Things I have learned during the pandemic. I have heard stories about pandemics from my grandparents and read about Spanish flu, plague, smallpox, etc. in books. But I never thought I will face the same situation in my lifetime. But the year 2020 proved me wrong, and we were badly hit by the COVID 19 pandemic. This pandemic caused a havoc in the lives of millions of people. World economy is in shambles. But every dark cloud has a silver lining. This pandemic has taught us so many important life lessons. I am sure everyone has heard the proverb, health is wealth. But this pandemic has taught us its true meaning. This virus has taught me not to take my health for granted, to exercise daily and take care of my immunity. It made me prioritize my health. It is time to change our idols. This pandemic battle is led by an army of medical doctors, healthcare workers, sanitation workers, police force, etc. They are fighting the war on multiple fronts, and the least we can do for them is respect them and cooperate with them. Are our real heroes. This situation has shown us that we all are equal regardless of our religion, race, and social status. The virus simply does not choose. It could affect anyone, anybody, and anywhere. It has made us humbler and empathetic. We are now spending a really good time with our family, doing things which we did not do because of lack of time, like painting, singing, reading, etc. I learned an essential life lesson, which is prioritizing our relationships with family and friends. Lockdown has brought to our notice how beautiful the air is when not polluted, how wonderful nature can be when not disturbed. Air pollution levels are at an all time low, and animals are coming out to play. Mother Earth needed a vacation, and the coronavirus is definitely helping her heal. During this pandemic, restaurants, malls, and theaters are closed. At first, I thought it is impossible to live without them. But the pandemic taught me to live frugal and made me realize the importance of savings and to live within one's needs. These life lessons, which the pandemic have taught me, have changed me into a good human being. Let us carry these lessons with us as we move forward and make this place a better world to live in. Thank you.
Chess number 2.
Size does matter. This saying has been proven wrong. A teeny tiny virus has brought the whole world to a standstill. Honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Unfortunately, the world is in the grip of the pandemic and our lives have been turned upside down. Let me tell you the best things that I have learned during the pandemic. In the mid of March, when it was announced that the schools were going to close, we were all excited. It was the initial days of relaxing, playing video games, and watching movies until the online classes started. A phase of our schooling from home commenced. In excitement, we learned a lot about Zoom meetings and video presentations. Slowly, as the days turned into months, life became monotonous. I started missing my friends and the bonding shared in the school. Being trapped indoors, I learned the value of the outdoors. I missed the evenings that I spent with my friends. The catchphrase, stay home, stay safe, taught us to obey the rules for our own safety. This had an advantageous impact on the environment, as less transportation resulted in less pollution. The nature bounced back And now we have cleaner air and water. The flora and fauna also bloomed. As family members cooped together, it led to small arguments and disagreements. But soon the arguments turned into understanding and the disagreements turned into tolerance. So the bonding became stronger and stronger, and thus we learned the value of family time. Lots of free time used for playing video games slowly turned into creative works. Unfortunately, some citizens are disobeying the rules by not wearing masks and gloves in public places, becoming a threat to the society. We should not forget that this is a fight in which each one of us should contribute by being responsible. Let me conclude my speech by sharing the best thing I've ever learned. Never take life for granted. It's not about the number of lessons we have learned, but the number of changes we are going to make from these lessons. Until then, stay safe and stay home. Thank you.
Next, we have chess number 3.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Quoted Arthur C. Clarke. Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends, a very pleasant evening to all of you. Today, I would like to express my views on how the online classes have helped us. I'm sure that you all will be eagerly waiting for the holidays when the schools were working. Now, being at home, we miss our school life so much. Thanks to the online classes, we are able to continue our education online now. Online education is preferred now by almost all schools, colleges, and universities worldwide. Online education cannot completely replace schools, but definitely it has helped us a lot to find an alternative solution. The online classes has literally brought the schools to our homes. It is said that necessity is the mother of invention. In this case, it is truly apt. The educational sector has completely reorganized to accommodate the current situation and to provide the best education possible to all students worldwide. The virtual classrooms has helped the children to create a routine for them. The children are engaged in various school activities that ensures that the students continue to learn despite the school shutting down. Instead of going to school through buses or cars, now the students only need to open their devices and they are connected to their classrooms. Students can learn at their pace as virtual classrooms that provides the options of storing the recorded sessions in cloud or other storage devices. This is helpful for students who cannot keep up pace with their peers. One of the biggest advantages of online classrooms is the digital proficiency and skill that the students are learning. I learned how to use PowerPoint for my assignments and Google Classroom for my classes. With virtual classes, we are also getting a chance to meet our friends online. Adapting to online classes is easy and fun for the students. Even the most boring topic can be made fun and exciting for the students. Virtual classrooms are not just the need of the hour today, they are the way to the future, and a more number of schools will be looking forward for an online school management software to ensure they are prepared for a better and brighter tomorrow. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my teachers sincerely from my bottom of my heart who are teaching us even during this hard situation. Thank you all. Have a nice day ahead.
Next, we have chess number 4.
Good morning to all. Today I'm here to express my views on the importance of greenery in our life. Greenery is very essential for mankind. Greenery means open fields, green grass, shrubs, herbs, jungles, and forests. Greenery is much more important in the present scenario. However, with the growing population and urbanization, this greenery has transformed into concrete jungle. Nowadays, we do not save our mother nature as we all are busy in our life. But we do not know that there are many importance and benefits of greenery in our life. Greenery absorbs the polluted air in the atmosphere and gives us fresh air to breathe. It also prevents soil erosion. It reserves the effects of catastrophic global warming. It helps us to remove stress from our body and helps us to relax. So, friends, after knowing these many amazing benefits of greenery, will we not enjoy seeing greenery? Yes, we will do. So, let's together plant more trees and be stress free. Thank you.
Here comes chess number 5.
Look deep into the nature and then you will understand everything better. Good evening, respected judges, teachers, principal, and my dear friends. Today, I am going to speak on the topic importance of greenery around us. Greenery refers to plants, shrubs, herbs, and trees around us. However, with the growing population and urbanization, this greenery is getting depleted and cities are turning into concrete jungles. Greenery has become much more important and essential as everyone knows how polluted the cities are these days. Most of the pollution comes from industries and vehicles. Therefore, we have to preserve this existing greenery for the existence of human beings on this planet. We can do so by planting more trees, saying no to plastic, stopping deforestation, using water and electricity carefully, recycling and reusing resources, etc. Greenery has many benefits as it helps to reduce the effects of global warming and drought. The trees helps to prevent soil erosion and flood. It also reduces pollution, desertification, and improves air quality. Trees have the ability to attract clouds and therefore plays a crucial role in bringing rain at time. It also reduces noise pollution. In today's world, living a tension-free life is nearly impossible. But studies have proven that living with trees and plants help us to enhance the quality of our life. They also improve our concentration level. At the end, I would like to conclude that it is our individual responsibility to preserve the greenery around us. Let us together preserve this greenery and make our Mother Nature more beautiful. Thank you.
Next, we have chess number 6.
Good evening to one and all present here. Today I am here to share some mixed views on tablets and textbooks. Tablets and textbooks have been of major importance in the current society. However, there has been an intense debate on the use of either of them or abandoning one. Due to the advanced technology, there is a need to replace textbooks with tablets in the current society. However, this is not well taken by the opponents of the tablets, pegged on the abilities to cause distractions and higher costs. The advancement of technology has brought many apps into use, such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. These apps are used by the young generation as well as the old generation who are frequent users of tablets but not textbooks. They also make social groups for learning and socialization. Besides, you can also get access to textbooks, extra questions, newspapers, etc. Besides, the students can also link with each other irrespective of the space and the distance in the physical classroom. Furthermore, tablets are much more cheaper than the cost incurred during the long run of textbooks. Secondly, textbooks have no objectionable videos that can cause distractions amongst the students. Thirdly, textbooks have no addictive games that can cause distractions. They also do not cause computer vision syndrome, eye strain, headache, etc. Thus, textbooks are eye-friendly and they do not cause such problems. In my speech, I would like to reveal that textbooks and tablets, they both have pros and cons as revealed in the speech. I would like to recommend to use tablets as they are much more faster. They have fast internet connection, they have internet virtual classes, they have access to information, etc., which is much better than the textbooks and the physical classroom. Even though tablets are expensive, their use of getting information immediately and fast internet connection is much more better than textbooks. Tablets can also store information. They can update the textbooks immediately and store the information safely. In conclusion, I would like to say that tablets are much more easier to use and they have fast internet connection that is much more better in the classroom. Thank you.
Next, we have chess number 6. Sorry, 7.
Good evening, honored judges and respected teachers. I'm here to give a speech on importance of greenery around us. Helen Keller once said, "To me, a lush carpet of pine needles or spongy grass is more welcome than the most luxurious Persian rug." Greenery around us is great. Everyone likes it. You will never find someone having a dislike for greenery. It's connected to our evolution. It's in genes. We love it for its values. Values? Definitely not the economic or ergonomic values. It has other values, not like the monetary value of forestry and agriculture. Today, we are discussing its three important values: the aesthetic value, the environmental value, and the genetic diversity value. First, it has direct visible aesthetic value. When we have greenery around us, it's refreshing, it makes us feel more contented, and it also appears calming. The second value is its direct but invisible environmental value. It affects the environment, but in a good way by cleaning it. It guzzles tons of CO2 and gives out fresh oxygen. It is also home to many birds and insects. It releases moisture and keeps the surrounding cool. It prevents soil, wind, and water erosion as well. Finally, the third value is coming from the genetic diversity. It's an indirect as well as invisible value. We seldom observe it, and that too through active research and development only. The genetic diversity value is mainly twofold. The first importance being in the specific genetic diversity of a class of plants that supports the very specific genetic diversity of animals, birds, or insects. For example, if sweet smelling flowers are there, honeybees might be around. Similarly, the second value here being the unexplored wild relatives of crop plants. These wild relatives of the crop plants are usually found resistant to most of the diseases and pests. They come handy to scientists looking for disease and pest control for the prevention of crop endemics that otherwise cause huge losses to us. However, due to the increasing township, industrialization, commercial farming, greenery around us is rapidly decreasing. And this is resulting into global warming and loss of hidden genetic diversity, which has adverse effects on the environment, our health, and as well as on the future of R&D requirements. Therefore, some woke people are working effortlessly to bring down climate change by conservation, reforestation, watershed management, etc. And common people like us are increasing greenery around us by indoor plantation, rooftop gardens, balcony cultivations, and even vertical gardens or farms in the little available space in this ever increasing concrete jungle. While concluding, I would like to say that even though greenery doesn't have monetary value, but it has aesthetic, environmental, and biodiversity values for us. Green in gene. Thank you.
We now have chess number 8.
Nature is a beautiful creation of God. It is a precious gift to all of us living on earth. A very present good evening to honorable judges, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I would like to say the importance of greenery around us. Plants are very important for our life. They play a very important role in the existence of our life. They give us many things such as paper, fruits, vegetables, wood for furniture, medicines, etc. The important thing that plants give us is oxygen. They give us oxygen and take carbon dioxide in exchange. Without the presence of oxygen, the survival of living beings is not possible. Actually, all the organisms are dependent on plants. The importance of planting trees has been emphasized time and again. This is because of the numerous benefits they offer. The plants also have the power to absorb harmful gases. Plants make our planet worth living. Plants and trees are intimately connected with our life and well-being. We depend on plants for our consumption. Plants have unique ability for producing their own food through a process called photosynthesis. In this process, plants produce macromolecules that cannot be produced by animals or humans. The plant kingdom has a great resource to mankind. We cannot live without plants as they provide us with many vital components that aid life. But nowadays, people are cutting trees recklessly for their profits. They cut down forests for their own profits. Many forests are cut down to make buildings, flyovers, roads, etc. By keeping the point how important plants are in our life, we should conserve them. We should grow one plant every year and should take care of it. Thank you.
Now we have chess number 9.
Why are grandparents considered so special in a child's life? Why is their love so important for a child? You will be having a lot of questions roaming in your mind, right? Good evening to all. Here I am to answer to these questions related to why are grandparents so special. Grandparents are a valuable resource, like a hidden treasure deep in the sea with all the precious gems and gold which you will never find in the whole world. Someone truly said, grandparents are simply amazing. They have a heart of diamond and always have time for their grandchildren. You will never outgrow the loving arms of your grandparents. There is a unique and beautiful bond between both. They are the root of a strong family, and when they grow older and older, the bond becomes stronger as they know that their time is short. They don't want to miss even a single minute in any worldly things. They try to give us more time and more values, like to be honest, disciplined, responsible, obedient, truthful, independent, and many more to go. They want us to pass on these important values to our future generation. The taste of the food and biryani fills up my heart when my grandmother cooks. Cannot be put together in words as it is a different experience. The stories that they tell are thrilling and fulfilling. The sweater woven by my grandma holds a very special place in my heart. All these little instances are so beautiful, and maybe this love gives us the courage and inspires us to move forward in our lives. After a long, hard day, we come home and we are confident that someone is waiting for us to give their love and a hug. Of course, it's our grandparents. I really miss all these things. As I have mentioned, my grandparents are not with me. They are back in my hometown and I am here with my small family. Those who have their grandparents enjoy all these things, but never value them. But those who really value them don't stay with them. This is a great trick played by God. So please value your grandparents so that your future generation values you and your parents, because children are great observers and follow what they see. Situations never remain the same. So enjoy your days with your grandparents as much as possible. Days will fly away like dust, but grandma, grandpa, your love will remain till my destiny. Thank you.
Next, we have chess number 10.
Alone we are dropped together an ocean. When we drink unity's potion, alone we are bricks together a building, and so ourselves we are shielding. Alone we are branches together a tree, grown with the seeds of solidarity. Alone we are people together a team, with cooperation supreme. Alone we are humans together humanity, standing together in unanimity. Good evening, everyone, respected principal, vice principal, judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I want to speak on the topic, the best thing I learned during the pandemic time. The coronavirus disease, COVID-19 pandemic, is of a scale most people alive today have never seen. Lockdowns and curfews to contain the spread of the virus has impacted the way children learn, the way their families earn a living, and how safe they feel in their homes and communities. As we question, we will ever go back to what we once knew as normal, it's worth taking a step back and just relax. We are living a life we are not familiar with, and our mind keeps spitting out what-if scenarios like, will my family be safe? What if I get sick? How will I spend my days? And what if I can't cope? If you're asking yourself questions like this without feeling reassured about the answers you come up with, you are not alone. At first, we may enjoy doing things we didn't have time for. Cooking a meal, more time with family, reading books, and watching movies. On the flip side, we may question the need for a lockdown and start to feel a void for not being able to go to school, meet friends, go out, etc. Fighting an unknown, unseen enemy with no definite cure in sight. Lots of misinformation and disinformation is being spread around the internet. This can cause a sense of restlessness. These reactions are a normal process of adjusting to a drastic change. The current situation has made us value the organizations who keep working day and night to make our life easy and smooth. We should be thankful to our government and police officers who are trying to make the people follow the rules of social distancing. We should also be grateful to our health workers who are putting their lives in danger to save thousands of lives. We should also be truly grateful for the fact that we get to spend quality time with our family, away from the usual hustle bustle of school and work. We have learned to find joy in every single thing. We have also learned to become tech savvy. Most of all, we have also learned to find difficulties with a positive mind. And I hope these lessons remain with us throughout life. There is an end to every nightmare, and this one shall end soon. Keeping these words in mind, we should perform good deeds and ask everyone for the same. Because if many little people in many little places do many little things, then we can surely create a better world. Stay home, stay safe, and thank you.
Opportunities to find.
We now have chess number 11.
Opportunities to find the greatness in you comes when life seems most challenging. Let me repeat it one more time. Opportunities to find the greatness in you comes when life seems most challenging. A very pleasant evening to all. Today, I'm going to talk about the best thing I did during quarantine. Quarantine was a great opportunity to do the things I really wanted to do in the past. I learned many things during this time. Quarantine was a blend of emotions where the world was trapped in the clutches of the pandemic, but at the same time witnessing the unbreakable and sincere efforts from many people becoming the helping hand for the needy. I was really sad from seeing the sorrowful news of many children committing suicide in this period and flooding up the headlines of the news. So I wanted to bring the best out of me during this time. So I started an educational YouTube channel. This YouTube channel taught me many things and many values. For example, patience and perseverance. As Thomas Alva Edison has rightly said, many of life failures were the people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. He was really right. Whenever you start something new, for example, my YouTube journey, you may have high expectations and maybe you may not always reach to your expectations. And due to that, some people even quit on their dreams. But never quit. Just continue your great work and everything will fall in place. Second, humility. Pride makes a person artificial. Humility makes a person real. You should always be humble because you'll get greater advice and better ways from other people. And lastly, I got a ton of knowledge. I learned many things in a very fun way, which I would have learned many years later, and it really helped in my marks and education. See, many values from a simple skill. So, I would like to conclude my speech by saying, if you're afraid of the dark, don't be scared, because it is only in the darkness do we see the stars. Thank you.
Next comes chess number 12.
Green is the prime color of the world, and that form in which its loveliness arrives. Good evening, one and all present here. Today, I am going to speak to you on the topic importance of greenery in our life. A study of physiology science proved that green pathways, green stretches, green grasslands, parks, and gardens in a high-density city area are the power to enhance the quality of life and the well-being of all those who live there. The people who live in an environment full of trees is much happier than the counterparts of those who live in a treeless area. Doctors have also proved that The patients recover much faster in a hospital when given a landscape view rather than just seeing the adjoining walls of the building. Therefore, it is much important to make gardening your hobby, as it's the best antidote to the modern world, as it helps us to bring back the things which we had lost in our busy lives. It's also much important to grow indoor plants in our house, as it's much easier to manage and it can be shifted as per our liking. As it also gives rise to a positive energy when we see it in the morning. Next, we'll be discussing about the importance of greenery in a student's life. It makes the kids feel happy, it reduces stress, it reduces depression, etc. And in the importance of greenery in environment, it regulates water management and reduces noise pollution. Therefore, now we have learned all the importance of greenery in our environment. Sadly, nowadays, people cut many trees and never even bother to plant even one more. Therefore, it's our duty to make the earth much more greener as it was in the past by planting at least 2 to 5 trees in your each birthday. A green planet is a happy, clean planet. Thank you.
Next comes chess number 13.
When grandparents enter the doors, discipline flies out through the windows. Good evening, everyone. By now, I think you all have already guessed my topic for today's elocution. Yes, you are right. It is why are grandparents so special? Who doesn't love their grandparents? I am very sure that there will not even be a single child in the whole world who doesn't like to spend their time with their grandparents. They are the very special people in our life. They play a very important role in nurturing us, both emotionally and physically. They give us love and security. They create a special bonding with us. They are excellent advice givers and problem solvers. They possess memories in such a way that we can understand through stories and insight to culture and heritage. They are great teachers when it comes to tradition because they help us to connect us to the past. In today's world, where parents are very busy, it is our grandparents who become our confident companion. They create a confident bonding for us to grow. Do you know, it's proved that the children who live and grow with their grandparents are more happier. The most cherished moment is the bedtime stories. Waiting all day long and in the night, lying on our grandmother's lap and hearing to stories are really priceless. But it is a sad fact that most of us live abroad and are far away from them and are not in the position to spend time with them. Still, technology gives us an opportunity to remain connected. In fact, I would like to say that they are real blessings given to us. It is because of them that our parents are this way today. It is because of their upbringing that our parents love and care us immensely. They are our support system and grand angel. Before I conclude, I would like to tell few lines to my grandparents. If you could look into my heart, how quickly you could see the special place you hold there and how much you mean to me. I love you, Grandpa and Grandma. Thank you.
Next, we have chess number 14.
Cut a tree, plant a tree. For every bouquet of flowers you give, plant flowers and trees. A warm evening to the principal, vice principal, honorable judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. I would like to tell you an incident. Last year, when I went to a hill with my family, I saw a beautiful scene. There was a lot of greenery which made everything so nice. Next year, I again went to the same hill, but this time I saw a shocking scene. Now, the place was not left green. The woodcutters had cut down the tree. Which time did you like? At the time when it was green or when the trees were cut out? I liked it when it was green. Greenery is really essential for mankind. But before that, what is greenery? Greenery is the plants, herbs, shrubs, trees, and grass that surround us. There are many advantages of greenery around us. Plants, which are a part of greenery, are a great necessity for us. They absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, which we need to breathe in. They prevent soil erosion, absorb air pollutants, and give out oxygen we need to breathe. They add beauty to the environment. Most importantly, we get fruits and vegetables, which are a food for humans and animals. They take in water from the soil and release it into the atmosphere, which helps in bringing rainfall. Trees absorb toxic chemicals through the stomata, effectively filtering these chemicals from the air. What if there was no greenery around us? I don't want such a thing to happen. If there was no greenery around us, that would lead to high air temperatures. There wouldn't be more oxygen. There would be a lot of landslides. I can't imagine what all could happen. However, due to the growing population and urbanization, we are clearing out the forest. But we can do small things to save the greenery. If one plant or tree is removed, we need to plant two instead. So you see, greenery is really important for mankind. Now, it's time for you to decide whether you're going to keep your place green or barren. Thank you.
We now have chess number 15.
Good evening, respected judges, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. Hope you all are safe. Today I'm in front of you. To share what I learned from COVID-19 pandemic. There is a good in every evil. I strongly believe in this statement because COVID-19 has taught me a very positive life lesson. That is, how to adjust with difficult situations in our life. When our familiar ways of life change because of an uncontrollable situation, we begin to view the world differently. The COVID-19 has made some drastic and sudden changes in our lives. Instead of focusing on its negative impacts, I have thought of some new ways to adjust with these circumstances. Before the pandemic, I could never imagine of a virtual classroom without talking, playing, mingling, and even fighting with my friends. But this situation taught me how to adjust it to the online classes. I slowly got adjusted to this new system. We all know the value of freedom, the freedom to move, to be with those who we love, to go for shoppings, outings, social gatherings, and all those things. But this pandemic situation made some boundaries in my freedom, and it taught me how to adjust to it by socializing remotely and sacrificing comfort and convenience for a greater good. It was really painful for me. A summer vacation without going out of Oman. This pandemic situation locked me in Oman itself. I got adjusted to this situation by exploring some new things, by using the new technologies and getting involved in some other activities. I took this difficult time as an opportunity to know myself. I reframed my activities and daily routine. Adjusting to the situation is not a surrender. It is a recognition of reality through flexibility and a coping mindset. You may not be able to control all the situations around you, but you can control your attitude towards it. Through this, you can practice flexibility in your life. If you have an adjustable mentality, You can get rid of frustration, angerness, and even disappointment. The coping mentality will give you happiness and boost your family and social relationship. Dear all, if you're ready to reframe your days by creative approaches and by exploring your ideas and hobbies, you will surely enjoy the sweetness behind any bitter circumstances. I have a great optimism in me that the dark shadow formed by this COVID-19 will go and everything will come back to normal. Till then, we have to adjust. Greater things are ahead. Stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy. Thank you.
Next come last participant, chess number 16.
Good evening to everyone present here. As you all know, Alfred Austin has rightly said, the glory of gardening, hands in the dirt, head in the sun, heart with the nature, To nurture a garden is to feed not only the body but the soul. By now, you all must have come to know that today I'm here to speak on the topic importance of greenery around you. Greenery is extremely essential for the mankind. Greenery refers to forests, open green fields, gardens, and etc. Greenery has become much more essential in the current scenarios where unplanned urbanization is at its peak. Green spaces in the cities are as indispensable for purification of the environment of an area as lungs are for breathing. Everyone knows how highly polluted the cities these days are. Most of the pollution comes from industries and vehicles. Industries cause air pollution in the form of untreated smoke, which has many hazardous gases in it. Industries also discharges thousands of liters of toxic untreated effluents into the rivers and its tributaries. The air and water in the cities are highly toxic, leading to many health complications. But to prevent air pollution, there is a natural way: greenery. Trees act as the Earth's purification system by providing oxygen and absorbing airborne chemicals. Can you just imagine if trees gave off Wi-Fi signals? We would be planting so many trees and would probably save the planet too. But too bad, they only produce the oxygen we breathe. People must know how to give greenery the top priority even while constructing buildings, settlements, cities, or towns. The pristine green belts left sparsely must not be touched at all. These green spaces are the unique purifiers, so they must be maintained at any cost. The government must act strictly. There should be promotion to the use of green and clean fuels. Deforestation should be declared as a serious crime and should also be observed as illegal. People should know how to recycle, reuse, and reduce the use of products that we obtain from trees. With these measures strictly and immediately followed in the present world, the environmental health will improve considerably. Unless the citizens come forward, this mission cannot be accomplished. The government alone cannot do anything. People will have to act proactively. I would like to conclude my speech by saying, nature is not a place to visit, it is a home. Thank you.
May I now invite the judges to express their opinion. Ms. Sheena, ma'am. Sheena, ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm grateful for giving this opportunity. and really felt happy to see so many talents, the way the children were talking, expressing their views, and a few have given a lot of expression, presented their views beautifully, presented the views. I really happy to get this opportunity. And once again, thank you for the organizers and for all the students. All the best, those who have participated. Do well in future also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Shyama, ma'am. Shyama. Shyama, ma'am, we wish to hear from you. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, it was an immense pleasure for me to judge this competition. I could feel that all the participants were very confident and well prepared. And the views you shared that are so relevant and appropriate in the present scenario. And everyone spoke very well and with elegance. And I also appreciate that even in this pandemic, you have found time to prepare for this competition. Your hard work is visible, dear children. Then, as you know, participation is more important than winning. And all of you have proved that you all are winners by participating in this competition. All the best for your future events. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I invite Deepali, ma'am, for her view?
Good evening, one and all. I'll agree with my co-judges that definitely it was an immense pleasure hearing you all to the evening. And it was great. I must congratulate each one of you for feel that you have prepared really well for the event and has put the thoughts in such a way that actually we were compiled to think the way you have spoken about each and everything. All the best. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. May I invite Maria, ma'am, to speak a few words?
Good evening, everyone. First of all, hearty congratulations to all the versatile, amazing speakers of the day. I'm so glad that the pandemic has not taken away your enthusiasm and spirits, children. Let me borrow the words of one of the speakers. We need darkness to see the beautiful stars. Truly meaningful words. In the midst of all these problems and, the very unpleasant situation around, you have prepared yourself. You all appear very, very enthusiastic as well as, versatile in your speaking. Congratulations to all of you once again. All of you are actually the winners. You have gained a lot of confidence. You have gained a lot of appreciation. That itself is the mark of your winning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request all of you to please switch on your camera for a photograph. Thank you all. May I invite Dr. Sujata to please announce the prize.
Excuse me, Sujata ma'am, you are mute.
A warm good evening to one and all present here. I'm glad to announce the results of the Science Bob competition, which was held on 21st and 22nd October for the classes 6, 7, and 8. A total number of 31 students took part in the competition with immense passion for the subject and exhibited their skills. Congratulations to all the winners and a big thanks to all the participants who had showcased a splendid performance. Yes, indeed, participation is more important than winning. The competition was judged by an eminent panel of judges who not only judged the event enthusiastically, also encouraged and motivated our students. The panel of judges included Mrs. Anna M. Thomas, Vice Principal from Asian International School, Abu Dhabi, Ms. Bala Shankari, Physics Teacher in Asian International School, Dr. Chavi Singh, Lecturer in Chemistry at University of Technology and Applied Sciences, Sultanate of Oman, Dr. Shinisha Sujesh, Lecturer in Chemistry, Higher College of Technology, Sultanate of Oman, and Mrs. Sarla Babu, Head of the Science Department, Indian School, Sur. On 21st October, we had the competition for classes 6 and 8. Now, here are the most awaited results of the competition. The class 6, let me begin with the third prize winner. The third prize winner is Malavika Pradeep of class 6B. The second position is won by Aryan Bhatia of class 6B, and the first prize winner of class 6 is Uttara Abhilash Nair of class 6A. Now let me move on to class 8 winners. The third position won by Dharmik Rajesh, class 8A. Second position won by Ashwat Sridhar Babu, class 8A. And the first prize winner is Sri Hari Pradeep, class 8A. On 22nd October, the competition for class 7 was held. The winners of the competition are, now let me reverse the order for a change. The first position was bagged by Sher Srinivas, class 7A. Second position, Joel Matthew, 7A. And there are two prize winners who have bagged the third position, Shivashri Nandu of class 7B and Amir Hassan of class 7A. Hearty congratulations to all the participants and the winners. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Over to Rita.
Good evening, everyone. Respected member of the school management, principal, vice principal, distinguished judges, parents, and my dear friends. It gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on the closing of this competition. Let me take this opportunity to express our gratitude to the judges who have spent their valuable time to assess performance of the participants in this event. Thank you, dear members of the jury, for sparing your valuable time. I keep on record our indebtedness to the School Management Committee for their support. We offer our sincere gratitude to the principal, vice principal, and teachers for their valuable guidance. I express deep gratitude to the teacher in charge of this event, Mrs. Meera Sunil, the timekeeper, Mrs. Parvati Babu, and the teacher in charge of the IT support, Mr. Sameer. On behalf of the students, I express the school faculty and CCA team, Mrs. Pushkala and Mrs. Teresa, for planning out the conduction of the CCA event in spite of the constraints of the phase. I thank you each and every parent for their support. Last but not the least, let me thank my friends for their active participation. Your active participation has made the event enriched and lively. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.